Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are located in Leander, Texas, looking at another gorgeous luxury home. And this time we have a model home by Toll Brothers, and I can't wait for you to see the Vivia model. Now, this is the transitional elevation. You have the hill country, the modern farmhouse, and the Mediterranean style that is available. Now, right over there, you know that is the sales office and design center, but that would be your 4-car garage. Great elevation. You have that stucco with some accents on the exterior. You have the modern lanterns as well. Now, if you recall, I showcased those two, gosh, about 8 months to a year ago or so. That was Taylor Morrison and the other Toll Brothers, and that was the rolling hill model. And I think you folks love that one. Now, you have plenty of windows on the exterior as well. Now, look at that view. We've seen that on the last video, but look how beautiful that looks. And then let me go ahead and get around, and then we'll start right over here. Okay, so now here we are where our covered front porch is. Look how massive this is. Now, you know Toll Brothers like to go above and beyond, which I certainly love. So on the outside, you see some turf, beautiful landscaping, and just plenty of space available. Now, just depending on your particular lot is going to determine how much space you do have. But once this one sells off, you will not want to miss out. Now, let me go ahead and get my shoes off, and then we'll go ahead and get inside. Wow. As soon as we walk in, you have those 20-foot ceilings, but look at this staircase. I love how that is flared out right there. You got white oak flooring in here, 2 chandeliers, great oversized, a statement as soon as you walk in. Now, you are gonna have some marble tiling. As you can see, that's floor to ceiling. And as always, I'll turn you around so you can see the front door from the inside. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and start right over here. Now, look at this. Plenty of space. You see that fluted design accent wall right over here. Really neat. Now, this one is going to have a closet, so you can use this as a bedroom. Now, the square footage on this is 6,000 plus. And then, you can do some modifications to some of these homes, just so you can tailor them to your particular need. So that's why that plus is always there. So you got your coat closet over here, really neat material, extremely open and spacious. Now, when we did those other 2 model homes, this one was under construction. So we didn't have the good fortune of doing this one, but I knew once we got over here to the greater Austin area, we were going to get it, or at least get to it. Now, that is a floating staircase, but look at these individual glass panes. And that's going to continue all the way up there. Love that. And then not only that, let's talk about the width. As soon as you enter in here, beautiful. Okay, so we'll start over here to the left. Now you're going to have a first level media room. Now, in Toll Brothers, especially the models, they typically don't have the doors on the hinges. Just ease of access to each and every room. So in here, you can obviously add some double sliding doors or any door that you prefer. But look how spacious this is. You got your gorgeous sconces, creating that perfect ambiance for a media area. Now, you will have the floating cabinetry as well. That's optional. You can obviously choose to do so in your particular home. All right, before we continue, you got a little recessed area over here. Add some decor. And look at this. Now, this is a bedroom. You got a queen bed there, 2 massive nightstands, and a dresser over here. Beautiful accent wall. And then you see the wood panel ceiling right above there. Pendant lights hanging down right above our nightstands. I love to get you in model homes because, gosh, it is exactly that, right? They want to model their product and show what is possible. Sometimes it may be excessive depending on your personal needs, but it really creates that wow factor, especially in a Toll Brothers. So extremely open. You can easily fit a king bed right there. You can see you still have space on both sides of your nightstands. Then heading inside of your ensuite, look at that. So you got your walk-in shower here, matte black shower head and shower valve. And then over here, you got a huge vanity, quartz countertops, massive mirror, your sconces right above there, flat panel cabinet doors, and then your water closet straight ahead. Perfect for a guest suite. It's on its own, and then they have privacy. But this is what you've been waiting for, including myself. Look at this. I'll do a full pan and then we'll continue. Beautiful. Okay, so now you got these soaring ceilings in here, 12 foot. You got the clear story windows right above your massive sliders. Look at that. Floor to ceiling fireplace, double-sided. You can see that. And wait till we see what's behind that wall. But look how spacious it is. You got those gorgeous chandeliers hanging down and then opening up to your kitchen. But before we continue or go any further, let me show you this room right here. So you got recessed lights in here, additional slider leading to your covered patio. But look at that, you got wainscoting, beautiful, elegant chandelier right above our dining room table. This is the perfect dining room, I tell you what. So you have the elegance, the luxurious feel, especially with the double-sided fireplace, perfect for hosting and entertaining. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue to see this beautiful property. Now, right over here, love this nice little wine cellar deal or wine closet. You got a wine fridge. You see the grotto as well, and then beautiful black countertops, and then the custom cabinet with the black hardware. All right, now let's head into this kitchen. You got these beautiful quartzite countertops, the continuation where our backsplash is. You got the stack cabinets as well. Really great combination, I tell you what. But you will notice the two-tone cabinetry. You got Wolf appliances, plenty of storage available, as you can see. Look at that. And then everything is soft closing, so I know you can appreciate that. You got your built-in oven. You got some additional counter space over here. And then look at this. So first you got your trash drawer, right? Then you got your Cove dishwasher, and then additional cabinetry surrounding here. And then as always, let's get to our sink and see what our view would be when we're washing the dishes. Beautiful. I'll tell you what, we've been in, gosh, 20, 25 Toll Brothers minimum, and everyone has wowed me. And based on the feedback, I believe you folks too. Let me know if you agree. Okay, now heading to our breakfast nook right over here. You have a quick access door leading to your massive covered backyard patio. We'll see that a little bit later on, as always. But let's go ahead and continue this way, and then we'll make sure you see the pantry. Don't worry. You don't have to pause that video or fast forward it. I got you. Now, here we go with our powder bath right over here. So you have that quick access door. If you want to head out to the pool and spa, you got some tile accents in here. And then look at this. Okay. You never know, you stock up on that toilet paper. You don't ever have to worry down the road like we did 5 years ago. All right, so you got your coat closet right there. And let's take a look at our primary suite. Look at that incredible view. Not to mention this massive chandelier over your king size bed, picture window straight ahead with the transom window. And just look at this view of these beautiful hill country views, or hills, rather. Love that. Okay, so white oak flooring extends in here. You got that wallpaper here. Then you got the vaulted ceiling with the white oak panels, as you can see, right above there. Absolutely stunning. So it has that neutral color vibe that we see, especially now and heading into 2026. This will be our first closet, as you can see. You got storage all the way up to the ceiling, built-in drawers with the matte black. And then, I'm sorry fellas, but look, look at the closet in here. So a lot more room, as you can tell. You got your built-in dresser, but you got two of those on both sides. And then you know how I feel about the continued shelving all the way to the ceiling. Impressive. All right, so now you got a linen closet right over here, but I know you want to see this just as much as I do. Look at our primary bathroom. So you got those gorgeous light fixtures, you know, that chandelier, I guess you would call it, right above our his and hers sinks. Got that freestanding tub here, perfect for soaking. Massive picture window, as you can tell right over there. And then let's see our walk-in shower. So they did add the shower bench. I love that. Only thing is the shower niche. But other than that, fantastic. You even got the rain shower head right above there. And then the matte black shower valve. And here, I love that they went with quartzite. Again, you got a water closet right here. I'm starting to be a fan of the double water closets. Let me know what you think about that feature. I know, you know, the first time I seen that was about 2 months ago or so when we were out in Nashville, and it was very, very impressive. So let me know what you think about that particular style. Now we'll just quickly continue this way right over here. You got your stainless steel refrigerator. You know, we opened this up. This is Gen Air, as you can see, plenty of space. Now, you know that there was a 4-car garage, right? But it is the sales office. So this would be your drop zone coming in from one of them right here. You already got your built-in hooks, but look at this scullery. Wow. Love this. You even got a vent hood, stainless steel cooktop here, quartz countertops, your additional refrigerator. You got your coffee system and your built-in sink. Plenty of cabinetry available, as you can see. Love this. And then you see the continuation of the white oak floors. Straight ahead is the pantry. You know, they put the glass door right there, but very impressive as well. And then your utility room. Look how much room you have in here. You have an additional refrigerator. You never know how much food you need to store in here if you want to stock up. So got a ton of room to work with. Okay. So looks like we've seen the entire first level. Like I mentioned, very impressive. You got 2 bedrooms down. If you want to use that study as a bedroom, you could certainly do that, but most likely you would use it as an office. But let's go ahead and go up our floating staircase here. All right, now as always, let's take a look at our foyer as soon as we get to the second level, so that gives you a better perspective. Now heading over here, look at this. So you have a perfect game room or loft area. If you want to use this as more of a lounge area, you can certainly do so, because there's an additional area we'll see in just a moment. So now heading in here, look at this. Got your wallpaper, that Read It design for our wainscoting, queen size bed, and then a decent size walk-in closet. Love that. Oh, let me not forget this, but look how neat this is. You got a built-in desk, that Read It design again, and then your ensuite. This one's gonna have that shower tub combo, quartz countertops, and the flat panel cabinet doors in here. So I love the fact that the white oak floors continues up here. Really creates that elegant feel, especially, you know, in person. Sometimes, like I say all the time, the video may not do it justice. It's one of those things where you have to actually be here to feel it in person. Okay, so now heading straight over here, decent sized room as you can see, but you will have the ensuite with over 6,000 square feet. You see where the space is being utilized. And I love when our bedrooms, even the secondary, have the ensuite. So again, quartz countertops, you got your walk-in shower right there. And then the black trim we've seen. Then you got your walk-in closet right over here. Continued white oak floors. All right, so if that wasn't enough, let's head over here. Now you will have a second level balcony. We'll see that in just a moment. But look at this, perfect place to entertain. You have sliders over there so you can open that up, create that indoor-outdoor living we talk about quite often. You got a wet bar with floating shelving straight ahead over here, that L-shaped couch. And I love how roomy it is over here. So it's extremely versatile, like I talk about in other tours. I love when I see that. Now, let's head out here. You see the glass pane railing out here as well. You see the soffit again. Beautiful. This would be a perfect place to entertain and hang out and have a great time with the family and guests. I tell you, you buy one like this, I don't think you would regret it. Now, there is this plan in this community at the time of this recording, and the elevation is that Mediterranean style, and that one's going for a little bit over 2.2. Of course, everything is negotiable, but that is the current list price right now, about 2.219 or so, something like that. This one is locked, but it does have that privacy glass. So now our second powder bath right over here. The white oak forest continues in here, but you do have a stainless steel sconce. And then this will be your final bedroom. Additional walk-in closet, recessed lights, and look how spacious this is. Let me turn you around slowly, and you can see they have the built-in desk right there as well. So let me know what you think about that. Of course, if you were to, eliminate that, you could have just a recessed area, have your own freestanding desk or something like that, but they did add the floating shelves as well, as you can see. And then our ensuite quartz countertops, the sconce, and your walk-in shower. Beautiful. Okay. So that about wraps it up on the second level. Like I said, you got 2 bedrooms straight ahead, the additional one that we just left, and then the 2 downstairs. So that makes for a total of 5 or 6, depending on your personal preference. But I love the way this flares out right here. Really looks elegant, especially when you walk in for the first time. I don't think you would ever get tired of that design. All right, so that was it. Let's go ahead and head to our backyard oasis, and then we'll wrap up the video. All right, so now heading back here, the continued stucco, as you can see, and the soffit. Now you have an additional extended covered backyard patio. That's gonna be straight ahead where your dining room would be. You got ceramic wood-like tile out here. And then that beautiful infinity edge pool and spa right here. Look at this. You got turf, and then heading out there, you got a nice summer kitchen or area to hang out and have your guests out here. Cabana. That ceramic wood-like tile continues here. Black leathered granite countertops. But look at this. I love this beautiful illusion. You see those glass panels there, but then you hang out here and enjoy this incredible view, have a cocktail or two, and have a fantastic time. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury home by Toll Brothers right here in Treviso. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this particular property. Is this something you could see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour.